Major headlines coming through what the White House is now indicating as far as who will ultimately be eligible for a stimulus check, and Democrats pushing ahead full force with their stimulus package. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to see you all. This is your stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. We now have a new signal of openness from the White House about lowering the income thresholds, and Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are going full-fledged, full in with their stimulus bill. We're going to be discussing it in today's video. If you're brand new here, welcome. We're glad to have you. Good to see you. If you'd like to see more content from my channel, more videos as I upload them every single solitary day, go ahead and click the big red button, the subscribe button. Also click the notification bell as well. That will actually notify you every single solitary time I do post a brand new video. And if you haven't enjoyed my content, you haven't enjoyed my videos, give this video a big thumbs up, smash the like button, turn that like button blue. Greatly support me and my channel, so I would appreciate that. So what's the scoop? Well, earlier in the evening, according to a White House spokeswoman, the White House would be open to narrowing the income thresholds, the income eligibility for the next stimulus check, so less people would receive it. However, they would not be open to lowering the amount of stimulus payments, so they would not go a penny below $1,400. The Republican offer was $1,000 of stimulus. This is coming on the heels in recent days after congressional Republicans and even some moderate Democrats have raised concerns that Biden's new stimulus aid package would provide direct payments for affluent Americans who do not need these stimulus payments. Biden has expressed willingness to negotiate the terms for the stimulus payments and lower the income eligibility, but no action has actually been taken yet. It's not like the bill was ever amended. Under the current Democratic plan, couples making $150,000 a year or individuals making $75,000 per year would qualify for a stimulus payment, and then stimulus checks would diminish above those income thresholds. To recap, this would be $1,400 for every adult and child on top of the $600 that was already passed this last December. So if the bill were to be revised and cut down in size, would you qualify for a stimulus payment under the latest iteration of the Biden bill? Well, according to one proposal that has been discussed by senior Democrats, it would lower that threshold for the payments to begin phasing out above $50,000 for single taxpayers and $75,000 for people who file as the head of households, and then $100,000 for married couples. This is according to two specific people who have been granted anonymity under the conditions. And these people, though, did stress that conversations are still fluid and no legislation has been finalized yet. This is also coming subsequently after 10 Republican senators, as we discussed in the earlier update, tried to compromise a deal with President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. They actually met with Biden and Harris at the White House, and their plan would call for $1,000 stimulus checks, not $1,400 checks, and it would also be $50,000 for individuals or $100,000 in income for couples as far as their income thresholds. And according to Rosemary G. Boglin, she is a White House spokeswoman, she had recently said in a statement, quote, "The president remains committed to finishing the job on delivering $2,000 in direct relief to Americans who are struggling to make ends meet during this crisis." But even so, White House spokeswoman Jen Psaki had said at her Tuesday press briefing that Biden is still wary of limiting the income thresholds on the payments too dramatically. For instance, she said that Biden believes a nurse and a teacher, jointly earning $120,000 a year in Biden's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, still should, quote, get a check. Biden reiterated this commitment in a meeting with White House aides on Tuesday, she had said. She continued, that is in his plan. People need to get the relief they need. So perhaps we wouldn't see those income thresholds lowered all the way down to $50,000, but maybe we could see the White House come up with a proposal that meets it halfway, perhaps around $60,000 or $65,000. But according to Jen Psaki, who is a very close advisor to the president, perhaps we would not see $50,000. In addition, in the last 24 hours, we have had critical action, momentous action, taken by congressional Democrats in regards to stimulus. The U.S. Senate on Tuesday cleared a major procedural hurdle on the road to passing President Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. This is yet another signal that congressional Democrats will continue to move forward to vote on more assistance to Americans, whether or not Republicans come to the negotiating table. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had said today, "We cannot afford to dither, delay, or dilute. We need a big, bold plan along the lines of what President Biden has proposed, the American Relief Plan. We hope that our Republican colleagues will join us in offering amendments. Now, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had accused Democrats of choosing a, quote, partisan plan by proceeding with the budget resolution of reconciliation. And so Chuck Schumer had also said, we welcome your ideas, your input, your revisions. We welcome cooperation. There is nothing about the process of a budget resolution or reconciliation, for that matter, that forecloses the possibility of bipartisanship. However, the passage of this bill will be stalled by former President Trump's impeachment trial, which does begin next week. According to Senate rules, the chamber may not consider any other issues while it's considering a trial, meaning that the Senate will likely not be able to vote on a reconciliation bill until later this month or even early March. This means that in order to pass Biden's plan, Congress would have to sacrifice another few weeks of time to focus on former President Trump's impeachment. What do you think of this potential dynamic? Do you think this is right? Do you think this is fair? Do you think that Congress should be focused on impeachment? Or should it only solely be stimulus right now? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments. Schumer had also said that he told Senate Republicans that their $600 billion stimulus package is, quote, way too small. It's a battle of the bills right now. Jen Psaki at her White House press briefing had also said that there are, quote, certain bottom lines that Biden wants to be in the next round of coronavirus relief, including direct payments reaching more Americans than what the Republican proposal would include. She had also said his view is that at this point in our country, when 1 in 7 American families don't have enough food to eat, we need to make sure people get the relief they need and are not left behind. She also reiterated that the administration's view is that the risk is not going too big, it is going too small. But you're also having conflicting statements here, because at the same time, you want to go robust, you want to go big, but also you want to have a more targeted bill, and yes, we can lower that price tag. So we don't have a clear answer yet of what exactly this bill will entail and who exactly will be eligible. As we know, no legislation is finalized right now, and so far Biden's bill has not been amended. We don't have a new version of it in our hands yet. I would imagine that Americans from both sides of the aisle understand that this is the path that Democrats want to take. We know they're going to do reconciliation, but we need an exact framework of what exactly is going to be included and who is going to qualify. So I would like to see a new version of that bill released rather soon ahead of the Democratic vote. Former President Trump's legal team is gearing up. They're invoking the First Amendment, choosing the path of freedom of speech for what happened on Capitol Hill January 6th. And you can have that impeachment trial that is fair. You can have due process. You can have a fair trial. But at some point, we're going to have to get around to stimulus, because March, we cannot afford to wait till March. We have to get stimulus passed this month, ideally. I'd like to see White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki get asked by reporters if she has an update on these income thresholds and if they decided on a number yet, because no matter whether your income was $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year, $150,000 for couples, well, you could have lost your income and you don't have that income anymore. So it doesn't matter what your income was a couple years ago. We will have more news coming for you in the not too distant future. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. And if you want to get some free stocks, use my links down below in the description. You can grab some free stocks when you sign up with Robinhood. Maybe you don't like Robinhood anymore after the Robinhood fiasco. You can use Webull. That's perfectly fine. Get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars, and you get multiple stocks. You also get more stocks if you refer other people. Again, use my links down below in the description. If you'd like to see more videos from my channel, go ahead and make sure you are subscribed. Click that big red button. Also click the notification bell as well. I'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.